killing people faster. You see, they're taking out all you.
My name is Muhammed Muwakil. I am an artist, and currently in this space my art manifests itself most largely as music, which is how most of you will know me, but I am also a writer and a visual artist sometimes. Yeah. Most of you would know me as one of the lead singers of Freetown, one of the founding members of Freetown. Freetown basically started 6 years ago with my brethren and myself, Lou Lyons, the maestro. Basically, I've always wanted to sing, and I've always had that in me, I think. I used to sing in the primary school choir, and somewhere along the line, I had an experience basically where someone told me I couldn't sing, and I believed them, and I stopped singing. So I found that again when I found Lou, and I picked up a guitar again and started to write and began to believe in myself again. So 6 years later, here we are. So many motivations. There's not one motivation at all. One, there's that inherent thing in me as an artist that I can't not create. There were times when I was younger where I actually used to get angry at the way I was, because you would get sad, and instead of sitting down and just feeling the emotion and going through your emotions, your immediate instinct was to go and pick up something and go and write. And sometimes you'd be like, I just want to just sit down here and cry or feel whatever I'm feeling, you know. And then you hone that skill into something that can clearly express how you feel about the world, how you feel about your internal self and all of that. And then you realize that by you doing that, you help other people to express and to free up their own selves, you know what I mean? I feel like there's so much negativity in the world and so much glorification of negativity that I have to do everything in my power to balance that. You know what I mean? There's so much glorification of the stereotype of us not being intelligent and, you know, not being able to reason and determine our own futures, that those of us who have the ability to do better should really focus on shifting that balance completely. So that is more than any kind of motivation could ever be for me. On top of which, I just love melody. I mean, when I hear that, I don't know what anybody else's feel when they feel that, but man, that's everything, you know. That's everything. Wow. Ultimate, you say, you know. My ultimate purpose. I am here to make people believe in themselves, which is to say, to believe in the supreme power that resides in you to do with this life whatever it is you feel like, and to understand that the way to do that is to express divine love in all situations, right? And that real hard, that is sound real hippie to some people, but understand what I mean by that. If you are in anger with someone, love has a way it behaves in anger. If you are at war, love has a way it behaves in war. Divine love. And there's a way to live your life like that. So for me, yeah, showing people that within them really is that power to change their circumstance, to change their minds, to change everything about themselves if they so desire. But they have to work. And the work isn't what most people think. It's not sweat and toil and studying and all that. The work is finding what it is you were sent here to do. And you get this marker, this wonderful marker called passion. Passion is your marker. Passion is tell you when you find this thing or something that you were sent here to do. And if you follow that feeling, that fire, then you will heal the world with whatever you're doing. You know what I mean? Every once in a while, one of these videos will pop up on Facebook or something, and you'll see somebody making roti in India or ice cream somewhere on the side of the road, but they do it so skillfully that they manage in that moment to show the whole world how beautiful they are, through the act of something that otherwise would be totally mundane. You know, I don't know how many of us have had the experience of seeing somebody walk by and just the way they walk in, and I'm talking about, right, but the way they walk in, you know, or hear somebody speak and just by the way they speak, you know, we can change a lot of things if we find our true selves and our true passion. That's what I believe. So we're here to help people believe in themselves and find that. That alone will heal the whole world. Chat. This is Muhammad with SelfMade Studios, and you are watching SelfMade Souls Season 2 on GT Network. Self-made. Can go real deep on this one, you know. Self-made. Alright. First of all, you can't make yourself. Right? But if you go deeper into the term, you have to make yourself. Right? So the first thing to be self-made is to recognize that you can't make yourself. This, you didn't come here by chance. So the first thing of being self-made is to realize that if you didn't come here by chance, then there must be a reason for you being made. Right? Then what is self? If you then want to take this gift that you were given and make something with it, you have to know what it is. You can't make bread if you don't know what is flour, if you don't know what is that oven, if you don't know whatever. So you have to know what self is. What is self? That's a very long journey for some people. Some people never get there. Most of us will always keep trying to understand what self is and going through different manifestations of self and self and self. When you get to a certain point of realization, you find your passion, you find your calling, you then go on to build a life around that, to make a life around that self. So, self-made is the building of a life around a discovered self. That's what it means. You discover the self and build a purposeful life around what you have discovered. That's what it is. A lot of people think self-made is about, yeah, I come out here and I pick up, I teach myself to play guitar, and I do this and I do that and I do that and I do this and I do that and I do that. Alright, cool. But if you really go back and you think of how many circumstances you didn't have any control over, you know what I mean? You wake up in the morning and have no voice and just never have a voice again. You know? I don't know. That was self-made to me. I am Muhammad and I am self-made.
And what is the person who called the business SelfMade Studios? Right, I Judah Jovanda, line up Judah Pacheco in the corner over there. Right? So this for all is self-made. Yeah? It's self-made. Brother, I am very much aware. Listen, weak joints are closed, I ain't make no money. My grandmother watching, kinda funny. She say I know it's music you like, but son, we have groceries to buy. We can't pay the light man with a song. So I start to weigh out my choices, trying hard not to listen to the voices in my head when they tell me give it up. It's so easy. Lou, that's not. Keep going. I'm gonna say that again. Because sometimes it really gets to a point where you wonder if you're crazy, you know. Alright? This ever happened to you? For real? Weak joints are closed, I ain't make no money. My grandmother watching me, kinda funny. She say I know it's music you like. Son, we have groceries to buy, and we can't pay the light man with a song. So I start to weigh out my choices. I'm trying hard not to listen to the voices